reducing those risks on the technology side or, on the legal side, just kind of looking at those things systematically. And, looking at the business from the outside, right? Is this an attractive business? And, how could I make it more attractive?
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
How would you like to achieve your first million? And today we have David Flores Wilson joining us from New York. And David is the managing partner and Sincerus Advisory advises entrepreneurs and business owners in New York City on personal financial planning issues from formation to exit and beyond. Multiple time Investopedia top 100 financial advisor. His financial guidance has appeared in CNBC, Yahoo Finance, the New York Times, US News, and World Report, and Investment News. So David, tell us, what are the 5 steps you recommend to entrepreneurs in order to make the first million?
Sure. But first of all, thanks for having me, Harry. I'm excited to be here.
Pleasure.
In terms of entrepreneurs and business owners, we always, recommend that business owners start with the end in mind, right? In terms of just get personally ready, get their business financially ready, get themselves financially ready, and and build the team with always sort of the exit in mind. And so when you have that mindset, you kind of build it right from the outset, right? And so that means, when you form the business, right? And so is this a business that you're going to sell? And you might need to form under a C Corp so you can qualify for a qualified small business stock, or is an LLC better for you? And so all that has to do with, looking out years into the future and kind of reversing back into, how you build the business now, and look at it from the personal and financial, as well as, sort of a business attractive and a business readiness perspective.
Yeah. And then, so David, building from with the end point as the starting is usually with the entrepreneurs, they try to solve the problem for themselves, that they try to solve the problem for another people, and later they know they are kind of in business by accident. And however, having some guidance and thinking the other way around can make this path really, really easy. So what are the things that the entrepreneurs should be focusing, and why planning is so important in order to have a successful business?
Yeah, I think that financial planning for business owners and entrepreneurs, it's just different, right? And so it's not like someone who's collecting a W-2 and works at Google or Exxon or somewhere else, right? There are unique challenges that business owners have, and so we often encourage business owners to think through. Your business is not necessarily a mechanism for income. There's a value to the business, and so. And that value for some business owners sometimes can be, 70, 80, 90% of someone's entire net worth. And so how do we think of ways to increase the value of the business in different ways and reduce the risk? And so, implementing systems and processes. Yeah. Making the business more attractive where, oftentimes business owners, they have 2 or 3 different roles within the business. They're head of sales,
100%,
managing everything. And so when you build the business so that it can support infrastructure and reliable systems and processes, that can run without the business owner being there, you build a more valuable business. And so whether you're going to exit or not, you can benefit from a more valuable business by following some of these processes and these sort of best practices, right? Getting a very clear sales funnel and marketing funnel and systems in place, so that way that the owner doesn't have to be the main salesperson, right? And so, developing leadership and a management structure within the company, reducing those risks on the technology side or, on the legal side, just kind of looking at those things systematically, and looking at the business from the outside, right? Is this an attractive business? And how could I make it more attractive, right?
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.